Robin Hood Radio presents Stage Right or Not with Michele Willens. Michele is a longtime journalist and herself is a published playwright of several theatrical works. She's a frequent contributor to the Huffington Post, Daily Beast, and the Atlantic websites.
Another opening of another show.
Well, things are getting exciting. I had my first live theater experience this week, and frankly, a bit confusing. I now find myself trying to decipher if something is streaming or actually live. But onward I go. And yes, I went and sat comfortably in a chair in the beautifully reimagined parking lot of the Fountain Theater in Hollywood to watch 8 fantastic actors in a delicious, if challenging, production of Brandon Jenkins' An Octoroon. Now, I had not seen this one when it played off-Broadway, and while I found this production too long, with a few too many endings, none of that really mattered. I was comfortably spaced, we were unmasked, and the night was warm, moving from natural light to moonlight to stage lights. The play is hugely relevant in its depiction of how race issues have changed or not over the centuries. Yes, centuries, as An Octoroon is a take on an earlier play of almost the same name from 1859. Anyway, the production is selling tickets quickly and is up for most of the summer. Now, your area, of course, is also enjoying the big return. The Williamstown Theater Festival starts selling tickets tomorrow, Tuesday, for its new season. And on Friday, the father-son actors Reed and Ephraim Burney begin performances indoors of Chester Bailey, Joseph Dougherty's two-hander at Barrington Stage Company. Ephraim stars as the title character, a Navy Yard worker who suffers a devastating injury in 1940s Brooklyn, and his father, Reed, one of my favorites, plays the doctor assigned to his care. I wish I were there, but I can't be everywhere. That one runs through July 3rd. Now, many theaters are doing something in honor of our just celebrated new holiday, Juneteenth. In Los Angeles, besides An Octoroon, which certainly qualifies, the Skylight Theater is making a statement. On June 21st, tonight, the 23rd, and the 26th, it will explore what freedom means in today's society for Black people and others who feel marginalized. It is, in fact, called Freedom, 3 events commemorating Juneteenth. Again, that's the Skylight Theater, and that one is streamed. And here's an oldie but goodie, that also fits the timely bill. Syracuse Stage is streaming Master Harold and the Boys. This is an Athol Fugard piece that deals with friendship and much more. You can view that one. It's up now through July 4th, Syracuse Stage. Perhaps most interesting, 2-time Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright Lynn Nottage asked 17 other artists of color to share her slot at the Signature Theater for an immersive event called The Watering Hole. Now, starting tomorrow, June 22nd, small groups of visitors will be guided through a series of installations in the lobby, theaters, backstage spaces of the Pershing Square Signature Center in New York. It is meant to be a welcome back to theater. And yep, it seems to be in person, and all the safety protocols are in place, of course. Keeping on the subject of pressing issues, and also to acknowledge Pride Month, Crystal Skillman's queer love story, Open, returns for the Tanks Pride Fest 2021 happening. That starts tonight, June 21st, and plays just through this week only. You can stream it from wherever you are. Check out the Tanks site for Open, which, if I recall, was well regarded when it first opened. Now, if you prefer to dress up for your viewing, you are invited to Andromeda's Sisters, an arts and advocacy gala presented by the Neo-Political Cowgirls. And that's on Saturday, June 26, 5 p.m. I assume that's Eastern Time. The event will be live streamed from East Hampton. Andromeda's Sisters will feature a stage reading of Order My Steps, a one-act play by Catherine Grant about a prison inmate who reunites with her estranged adult daughter. Now, I remember virtually attending the same event last year, and I must say it held me from start to finish. Same event, it's the event, but a new play, obviously. Now, going way back in time with a style very now, the Shakespeare Center of LA presents Macbeth, a virtual live-action graphic novel. And this is a visually packed storytelling of Shakespeare's tale of ruthless ambition, and it debuts for a limited run now, through June 24th through the 27th only. Three-time Emmy Award-winning actor Keith David leads us on a journey pairing actors alongside graphic illustrations. This is for audiences of all ages. And back to the great outdoors for a moment, from the always innovative Waterwell Company, live from Governor Island's Picnic Point comes June Rites, R-I-T-E-S. Tickets are free with a suggested donation that goes toward Waterwell's mission of telling stories that grapple with complex civic questions. This one comprises theater and dance and runs about an hour. Now, let's not forget that while they start reopening, most companies like Waterwell are still trying to recover and badly need support. They're all coming up with enticing offers to bring back theatergoers. For example, the Manhattan Theater Club put out a notice saying, performance dates for all shows in MTC's 2021-22 season are now available. We hope you decide to join us for our return with a no-risk subscription, which will offer ultimate flexibility with the greatest savings. Like I said, they're doing creative things to bring us back. Another equally important off-Broadway house, the Atlantic Theater Company, reemerges this summer with an ambitious 5 premiere season. The Atlantic's just announced productions include Sarah Silverman's musical, The Bedwetter, an adaptation of David Lindsay Abair's Kimberly Akimbo, and a new play called The Last of the Love Letters. That one is about two people wrestling with the thing they love most and questioning whether to stick it out or leave it behind. But most exciting may be the musical adaptation of Kimberly Akimbo, with music by Janine Tesori of Fun Home fame. It tells the story of a teenage girl with a condition that has left her with the health and appearance of a 72-year-old. It's kind of the way we're all feeling these days. Now, speaking of support of the city's necessary institutions, the biggest bash of the week is for the Library of the Performing Arts at Lincoln Center. We can view it live. Just go to Broadway On Demand to get a seat for the June 23rd celebration. Star-studded, the list of participants is endless, from Meryl Streep to Bernadette Peters. One who has already stepped up big time is Harvey Fierstein. He donated $2.5 million for a new theater lab in the library. Live theater is live theater. You do it, and that's it, said Fierstein. Without a library collecting this stuff, our whole history disappears. I have spent hours in that library, and it is a treasure. On a sadder note, I often report on the notable losses in the theater community. Well, the fine and versatile actress Lisa Baines was struck by a vehicle while crossing a street June 4th. She died last Monday and was only 65. Baines appeared in numerous television shows and movies, including Gone Girl and on Nashville, Madam Secretary, Masters of Sex, and NCIS. And she acted on stage regularly, including Broadway and off. I saw her recently in Niceties, which I reviewed right here. It's a true tragedy and far too soon. Finally, ending kind of where I began, on the necessary reckoning going on in all spheres toward those who have been left out or ignored. Has the pendulum swung a bit too far? Well, you know when Lin-Manuel Miranda has to apologize. Well, it may have. Well, you know when Lin-Manuel Miranda has to apologize, it may have. Yep, he did so regarding not having enough dark-skinned Latinx performers in the film version of In the Heights. Now, this is a man who has made millions believe that George Washington was black, mind you. Anyway, he put out that fire quickly, thanking protesters for the feedback. Now, I happen to know that almost every theater company has been sent a long list of demands, not suggestions, but demands of how inclusive they need to be. And they are all on notice, Jill, so fasten your seatbelt.
Well, things are definitely, you can say they are picking up. I wanted to ask you one thing, though. I saw in Arts and Leisure, and I can't remember the name of it. I don't have it right in front of me, but I grabbed it. There's a show an ad for a show that's going to be in previews. Do you know what it is?
Previews in New York City?
Yep, in October. And I just thought well, here we go. It looked new to me. Yeah, there's one that has Passover, I think. I think it's Passover. It's got Pass in the title. That starts previews, I know, in August, and that's considered the earliest of anything that's going to Broadway. So I think August is as soon as
that previews will open. Every week, more things announce. The Book of Mormon just announced it's coming back. Most of them are coming back September, October.
Right, and I was just struck to see an ad for a totally new production of I'm not sure what, that it was a harbinger. It's like seeing after the robin snow. It's like seeing, oh wow, we really are going to do this, aren't we?
That's right, yeah. Oh, no, things are happening. And it felt very kind of rejuvenating. I had a 2-hour drive to get to Hollywood. But I sat there on a beautiful night. I don't know, we were outside. People were really into it and seemed very willing to do anything. I don't know. I have to say it felt good. Now, again, that was outside. I haven't been inside yet. I certainly will. I think people are ready. Yeah, I think people are ready. As long as things stay safe, Yeah, we're living in a yes and but time. Yes, things are opening, but what's that thing coming from Europe, So let's just keep our fingers crossed as we fasten our seat.
Stage Right or Not with Michele Willens, produced in the studios of Robin Hood Radio, robinhoodradio.com.